ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the CD Racoola Show. Today we'll be throwing on the red and blue lights and pulling everyone over to this channel as we take a look at the 1988 film Maniac Cop. Before we turn off our body cams and get into this episode of the show, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and forever handcuff yourself to me, I would be much obliged. May not even write you a ticket. Let you off with a warning or whatever. Okay, enough with the bad cop puns. On with the show! On with Maniac Cop! I do feel like this film flies way under the radar as a legitimately fun late 80s slasher horror movie. The premise of a murderous cop terrorizing the city is especially fun because policemen are generally the people that we look to protect us, or at least protect you humans. I don't really need protection. So this film really turns that narrative on its head as we have this murderous policeman named Matt Cordell, who seems to be unkillable and is back for revenge after stumbling upon some corruption in the city hall and being unjustly imprisoned and killed by the other inmates in the shower. Or they thought they killed him. That shower scene where his face gets all cut up is pretty awesome. And speaking of awesome, the look of the Maniac Cop himself is actually pretty scary. I think it looks cool. I mean, that ain't somebody getting cut while shaving, you know. It has some pretty hardcore death scenes from the Maniac Cop's victims, by the way. It doesn't skimp on the gore by any stretch. I mean, the Maniac Cop comes into the police station and he kills all the policemen. He goes crazy in there. He almost has a Jason-like quality to him. Just like this unstoppable beast, he gets shot, stabbed, and drowned, and yet nothing seems to be able to bring him down. This film did spawn multiple sequels, as I said before, and the Maniac Cop looks a lot more monstrous in the later films. He looks more like a zombie here in Maniac Cop 2, and in Maniac Cop 3, he just looks badly burned to me. But I really like the look of him in this original film. It's not overly done like it is in the others. The actor who plays the unstoppable former policeman is Robert Z'Dar. When I first watched this film, I thought that jawline on the Maniac Cop was some kind of prosthetic piece. But because Robert suffered from a disease called cherubism, that jaw was all him, baby. I feel like that jaw really helped his career, to be honest. I mean, at the very least, it definitely made him stand out. We know that. One of the most famous members of this cast, and a guy who played the hero, even though he was caught cheating on his wife in the beginning of the film, naughty, they oddly sort of glaze over that portion of the film. But Bruce Campbell, and boy, does Bruce Campbell look very young in this film. Brucey Boy is, of course, famous for playing the character Ash Williams in the Evil Dead franchise. If you didn't know that, you've been living under a rock or something. Ashy Boy is one of my favorite characters of all time, and that's not just for the horror genre, mind you. So yes, as I mentioned before, this film did spawn 2 sequels after this one, Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence. And I definitely suggest binge watching on all 3 films if you haven't seen them yet. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit of a spoiler here. here with the ending and the alternate ending scene. So go no further if you don't want to be a spoiled little boy or girl, a brat if you will. So one of the things I love in horror is an ending scene when you think it's over and the bad guy is long dead. And it gives you just a little hint that he just may still be alive. Maniac Cop does just that. As the van goes into the water and you think no way can the Maniac Cop survive. But at the end you see a maniacal looking hand creep its way out of the water and grab onto the dock. I love this style of ending because the villain, if the villain lives on, then the franchise lives on. And we get more movies. Yay for us! I mentioned the alternate ending scene. Which in this movie features the Maniac Cop hiding behind the curtain and killing the mayor, whom wrongfully sent him to jail. It's pretty awesome if you ask me. So in closing here, I would say that this film, though not insanely scary or anything, is a pretty good slasher film with a fun premise and worth the watch. So I'm going to give it decent marks in the old Scarometer. Why not? I would like to thank you for watching this episode of the CD Racoola Show. And if you guys could hit that subscribe button, just go ahead. For me, I would love you. I really, really would. And I love anyone who subscribes to this channel. I appreciate all the people who have subscribed to the show and commented. Much love to you humans out there, that's for sure. Much love from an old vampire. Please join me next episode of this show when I take a look at another 80s film, the 1985 movie Fright Night. Oh, I have so much love for that movie. Be sure not to miss it. Love me some Fright Night. So till next time, my little bloodbags out there in YouTube land, I'll leave you with this. As it says on the movie posters for Maniac Cop 2, just remember, you have the right to remain silent forever. Ta-ta, my dears. Ta-ta.